Okay, so the seat he gets is next to a Puerto Rican girl. You know she has the whole package. Big tits, tight pussy, sweaty sack. Little did Billy tight pants know about the sweaty sack part. In Billy's world a girl is enough. So Billy said, may I sit here? Puerto Rico says, sure. After about 20 hours flight time, Billy feels so fucking sweaty so he takes his pants off. He looks at her breasts and gets hard, so Billy gives her the perfect titty fuck. Then she wakes about 4 hours later. Billy felt a bit naughty. Indeed, Billy did fuck the shit out of her, but there is more. Before she fell asleep, Billy drugged her. However, the girl told Billy, oh my god, I feel so fucked. I mean, it's like Santa Claus came out of a casserole and whacked me with a crocodile 10 times. Billy says, oh my fucking god, I know, baby, you're so hot. The girl says, thank you. Are you a big chinky, stuffed bear with a huge sack? Billy says, of course I would incarcerate you just from staring. The girl said, well haha, you know I'm so wet right now. Lube me up, you supermassive ball of hair. Billy felt oh so happy and was dripping from his core. He said, let's go into the toilet. She agreed, and at this time Billy was in for a total shock. They were now in the toilets on the plane. Billy slowly undressed her. He said, fuck yeah, I love me some big titties. Billy also said, so what's your name? Cause when you're not shitting for a week you can remember why. She told Billy, I'm Janice. Billy continued undressing her. He accidentally tore her clothing off and wrapped it on his whopping 10-inch like macaroni in a saucepan. Janice replies, holy fuck you dick. Now people will see my huge cock. Billy says, you rapist, let him out. Billy gets deeply violated. Janice uncurls her sweaty sack and dips into Billy. Janice turkey slaps Billy's mouth. Billy shows his technique by crip walking out. Billy then zipped his pants up, then Janice got the urge to deep fry Billy as he walked out. Billy noticed Janice was changing. He looked behind him as he was being grappled. Billy noticed Janice's tits were all red and oily like, so Billy grappled her sweaty sack and curled his tongue around them like a bowl of soup. After the stench of the sack was revealed and boy it smelled, so Billy spat on his whopper and made it grow. Then he wrapped his cock around his mouth as a facial mask for Zeke to send out. After Janice was deeply hurt, she was changing to limits far behind Billy's comprehension. He ripped her sack off, but there is more. As she was bent over, Billy noticed that Janice's anus was talking to him, like literally it was opening and closing. Billy then wanted to put his finger in the hole. As Billy inserted his finger, Janice was about ready to blow. Billy's finger was slipping. Janice kept pushing, then a sudden burst or a pop-like sound happened, but after was when the real magic appeared. Oh yes, you guessed it, Janice made sounds beyond belief. She farted right in Billy's mouth. His lips crackled like corn, being munched by 2 elephants simultaneously. Billy enjoyed this sound and his whopper showed its full potential. Janice got gobsmacked. Billy's cock was like got you. He put his podium in Janice's temple. Janice was screaming and fingering her anus. Billy was putting his cock in and out of Janice's mouth like a speed racer. But then something intense happened. Billy's hot rod went all the way through Janice's head. When Billy drilled Janice's head, little bits of fudgy came out of her nipples. Billy got his steam cleaner out and sucked all the slime bits up. Billy knew people would investigate this situation, so he broke all Janice's bones and folded her up like a banana chair and put her in the toilet bowl. Billy cleanly escaped like Hitman 47 with fur burgers. When he got out of the toilet, as he shut the door, he didn't notice his cock was hanging out like a wet sponge. Billy accidentally got his knob jammed in the door. He screamed frantically. The plane servants came running. The 2 women asked, sir, what is wrong? Billy was turned so they couldn't see his issue. Then Billy was hurting so bad, the only other choice for Billy was to rip his whopper out. As Billy ripped his cock out, the plane servants were trying to see the problem. Then just as they looked, Billy's cock bursted right out and his foreskin came off and got stuck on the servant's nose. Billy said, oh my fucking god, I'm so sorry. The servant was screaming. The woman ran right into Billy. He felt so wet and lubed up, so Billy's whopper grew once again. This time Billy turned the woman over and spat on her anus. Next he unzipped his pants and his cock flew out like tree branches in the wind. Billy was now inside her smell box. He noticed the other plane servant was observing their activity, so Billy said, Please help me. The woman let out a mega scream and started to run. As she was running, all shit was running down her leg. Billy's cock then shrunk and he got up and was right behind her. Billy noticed she was wearing a large string, so he grabbed it and the lady flung back onto Billy's head. Billy took her to the front of the toilets. He knew there would be more people, so he brought both the ladies into the toilets. Once they were in the toilets, Billy got out his overgrown meatloaf and entered into one of the women's oven. After 20 minutes of anal crushing, Billy was oh so dirty, he needed to remove the evidence. He did so by cutting the women's anal holes off and putting them in his pocket. Then Billy ate the legs and arms and he broke the bones, then threw that junk into the toilet. Billy took a seasoned dump on the women, flushed the toilet and left. Billy walked down the walkway and got in his chair. He was very unhappy. There was no one to put his gravy into. People were angry because they were wondering where the servants were. One man said, "Holy fuck, I want my motherfucking chips." He donkey punched his son and called him a little chipmunk faggot with no hair. Indeed, the man was right, but Billy wanted to kill that man. So Billy got up, walked over to row 3. He then said to the man, "Could you handle this?" What Billy was implying was, "Could you handle this fish stick?" See, Billy wanted a dick contest. The man replied, "Oh my god, get the fuck out of here before I kick your hairy ass back to Yogi Bearland." Billy felt so angry, so he pulled his stereo out and settled this with a dance off. Billy said to the man, "Well, if you want them chips, you must beat the king." The man looked at him with victory. He said, "You're on, bitch." Billy put his son on.
Don't hurt me no more.
Began dancing. The moves Billy did were so insane. First off, Billy did some shuffling, then he did the crip walk. After Billy showed his talents, the man got up and looked down at Billy with defeat and pressed play. He said, "Oh ye," while doing the African mumbo.
Niggas got me.
The man accidentally went too far. He broke his leg and fell over. The man said, "Help, please." Billy said, "Get that sweaty gapping badger face away from me." Billy grabbed his wife and gave her Swedish elbow sex. Billy made his way back to row 1. Then he got in his seat. Billy was very bored, so he decided to grab a book out of his hot box. This book was about unfamiliar words and their definitions. One word was beef tomato, another was nugget waggler. An example is, "Hey, you nugget waggler, get the hell out of my garden." Billy took his cum socks off and began to fall asleep. He was now in Iraq. Billy walked down the flight stairs. The people gave him his bags. He walked into the flight center. There were 4 Arabian men greeting everybody as they walked past. Billy walked out the other doors and waited for a taxi. There was a woman sitting on a seat. Billy thought she was amazing. She had baggage. As he sat down, he greeted her and said, "I like that pillow. Where did you get that?" The woman replied, "My mother knitted it." Billy said, "Oh, very nice," and asked, "So which part of Iraq are you from?" She said, "Al-Kinish." He replied, "Well, I don't know that place, but I'm staying at a hotel in Lee Peril." He asked, "What's your name?" She replied, "Ganishka." Billy said, "Oh my god, that is so hot." He asked, "What does your father do?" Ganishka said, "He's an Arabian bullwhipper and also a dustbuster." Billy said, "A dustbuster?" Ganishka said, "Yes, it's when one person puts their lips on another gooch and sucks to limits." Billy said, "Wow, that is sexy." The woman replied, "So do you get really big like an Arabian lemon wedge?" Billy said, "No, I'm more like an Arabian salt shaker." Ganishka felt so horny, she asked, "May I come to your hotel?" Billy said, "Oh hell yes, we can fuck like wild goats. You're making me too hard like an Arabian whipstick." The taxi arrived and both Ganishka and Billy got in the taxi. The driver looked very happy and had a gurgle smirk on his face. Billy said, "Take us to Lee Peril Hotel." The driver said, "Okay, faggot." Billy said, "What did you call me, you little dick smudge?" The driver said, "I'm very sorry. I was talking to that old lady with a meat wrinkle." Billy said, "Nigga in the jack yo ass. I don't see no old lady." The driver just spoke language Billy didn't understand. "May Salama Jamal Medina Hamam Linzaya." Billy said, "You're fucking dead." He grabbed his head and pinned